The Kazaki Doom are running wild in the farmlands around Usingen.
Kazaki Doom are running wild again in the farm. We're going back to deal with them.
Unseemly in anything over 3 foot tall. But we'll put them right, you'll see. Not that any'll survive the lesson, of course.
Nah, none of them are gonna survive. We're gonna make sure we eat every one of them in this CataTide with the AI. Welcome back. Playing engineer again. I'm doing the same build I usually do. I don't really play too much dwarf in general, and this build that I kind of came up with on engineer is just something I really jived with, and I use most often. I do have a few other builds that I've come up with on engineer, but this one I think is just the most fun for me, so it's just what I'm gonna play. Not that I think playing the same build is boring. I know some people might find that, but I've mentioned this before. You know, when you can find a build that just you really jive with and you find fun, just gotta. Sometimes you just want to keep playing it, you know. Dwarf is definitely my least played character. I think I've only got a couple. Oh, I only got a plus 280 on the dwarf. I'm pretty sure I've almost got like 2,000 on Kruber. I know I got I think around like 14 or 1,500 on Elf. Like I got really high levels on all 4 of the other characters except for Dwarf. Dwarf's always been my weakest character. Can't believe that the shielded Chaos Warriors survive direct hits from Trollhammer most of the time. Whew. I'll tell you what, I mean, I don't know what it is about just gunning down infantry. I don't find it quite as satisfying against armored enemies. And obviously, you see there, it takes a little bit longer to deal with them. But just unarmored infantry, man, I don't know what it is. It just feels so good. If I can get a game where I'm engineer and I get a game with teammates who can reliably deal with all of the armor in the game, it just makes me so happy. And here it is. Oh my god. Of course, when you get a potion, you can deal with armor just fine. To an extent, you know. To an extent, of course. But it still feels good to cleave through all those enemies naturally using armor-piercing slugs. It'll still go through even armored enemies. At least one. It depends at least one of them. So. Man, this is a lot of fire that sounds like it's going on out here. Okay, there we go. They got... they were kind of getting roasted there. What are you doing? What's he doing?
Assassin in sight.
Oh. There you go. Like always, whenever I get that Sigmar shield, I'm going to use Perilous Overclock to recharge my entire ability bar very quickly. Whew. Yeah, that assassin too. I'm hoping the bots will just kind of deal with them. And it doesn't look like he wanted to even attack, which is fine. Come on. There we go. Of course, naturally with a build like this, playing with the bots, I get to hear all of their lovely friendly fire voice lines all the time. Oh, come on, wizard. It's exactly for situations like this. Here it is. Oh my god. Oh, I don't know what it is. I mean, I kind of do, but it still feels good every single time. Just cutting waves of Skaven slaves down. Getting a little surrounded here, but that should be fine. You might notice again, like I always gotta do whenever I play this build. I'm not doing any melee. That's on purpose. You don't have to play like that. It's for me. It's just a meme. Whenever I play this build, I like to try to get 0 melee kills if I can. It doesn't always work out. You know, it's very risky. It often puts me in situations that are unfavorable, that are difficult to get out of. You'll often see me sacrificing a lot of my HP bar just to get Crank Gun back, just so that I can attack, because I'll refuse to use any of my melee, and then just like this, like I take all this chip damage and stuff from enemies, and it ends up wearing me down after a little bit. And I don't typically use the Trollhammer too often in most situations. And as you can see, I'm running Natural Bond so that I can have a little bit of health regen throughout a mission, as I sacrifice so much health to crank back ability bar with Perilous Overclock. And this build is very oppressive. Just trying to accomplish like a meme like this where you're only trying to use their crank gun. I mentioned this before, how I rely on teammates a lot to kind of keep me covered while I do all sorts of things, like just trying to kite and trying to find better spots to shoot from. Or if I'm feeling a little bit too pressured in a situation and I can't really reliably crank my steam gun, I'll just kind of force my teammates to peel just by like moving through them. Like here, like I'll, the Soul Spire's over here, while I'm gonna, if I had like enemies on this side, yep, I'm just gonna constantly move through the bots here, so they'll deal with the aggro, Of course, with real people, they don't move around as much as the bots do, because they're always kind of trying to stick to your hip. Real people tend to hold the line a lot better, so they naturally peel better for you. It's not to say that the bots don't peel really well themselves in certain situations. why not? We'll throw the Trollhammer out there. I don't think the Trollhammer goes that far, does it? Oh, it does. I don't. Right there, maybe. Hey, we got that geometry. I kind of want one of them to have this, just in case I want to be healed with a med kit. They will heal me. Hello. set me sword there for a second. I've actually had a few games. I just got to play a couple games not too long ago. Or it seems like people are starting to kind of recognize me a little bit in a game, which is really weird. I've never had. I mean, I've been playing for a long time, so I do play with a lot of regulars, and people tend to recognize me just by virtue of just, you know, playing a lot of games. And they'll just recognize me as a decent player, maybe, you know. They don't recognize me as a YouTuber, you know, which is weird. I've had people be like, "Quicks from CataTide?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's me." Yeah. I don't really know any other Quickses on here. And I just want to say, for anybody who watches these videos regularly, or you just happen to be watching this one in particular, and you happen to notice me in a game, I will always say hi to you. I'm always more than happy to play with anyone, and that of course definitely includes people who watch these videos, most definitely. But it's still a little freaky for me, you know. I'm not used to being recognized in such a way, so. But I appreciate people who do recognize me from these videos. I know I don't like announce myself. Like I don't announce myself like, oh, you know, hey, I'm Quick, so here's a CataTide. I don't do that. I'm sure people only see my name for when I press tab here. So it's cool that people notice that, and yeah, I appreciate everybody who takes the time to watch, as always. I really appreciate everybody who takes the time to like the videos. You know, even if you don't like, you know, comment all the time, just simply liking the video and stuff is makes me feel good about doing them. And I'm sure it helps the algorithm on YouTube in some way for other people to kind of make their way to the channel here and get the same experience as you and all of you who like the videos. Oh. Damn, he shot him from really far away. Unless he teleported closer, but yeah, like even everybody who like comments and stuff regularly, like I know who you are. I remember your names. It's I really appreciate everybody who takes the time to leave comments in whatever nature they may be. You know, if they're just people appreciating you know, what I'm doing here, or just appreciating the videos, or people who just want to comment for the algorithm, or whatever comments anybody leaves. You know, I know a couple of you who ask some really fun questions that I enjoy answering all the time, and it's really fun interacting with everybody here on the channel. I didn't expect to build any sort of community doing this. Oh man, I told this story a bunch of times. You know, I didn't expect the channel to get anywhere. You know, showed the channel to one good friend. That was it. That's all I expected. I didn't expect the algorithm to show anybody my videos. But it's really cool that people have found the channel. It's even feels even better that people actually like the stuff that I'm putting out. So just really relaxing gameplay, you know, just me playing. I do like to play a lot of Vermintide. I just feel like I've learned how to. I mean, it's not just the fact that I learned how to play a bunch of different careers with a bunch of different builds. I think it's also just the fact that I learned how to just have fun killing just any enemy in the game, really, and that doesn't just stop at me. Like, it extends to my teammates as well. Like, it extends to real people. I've mentioned this before. You know, I enjoy watching even other people do, you know, satisfying gameplay elements. Like, I enjoy watching a Sienna hit a really big conflagration, you know, attack, right? Like, a lot of people hate wizards for like the fun that they can steal out of a game and stuff. I like it when I see them be really efficient and do a lot of damage, or, you know, if I see a friendly warrior priest get like a big shield off, you know, like I like seeing that kind of stuff. And everybody's kind of going down here. We're gonna just keep moving here. They're gonna spawn right before the finale here, so we're gonna have to make our way. If I go any further,
we've lost the wizard.
If I go any further, they are going to spawn inside the finale area, which I don't want. Let's down this just to be sure. Try to reload this before this leech gets here. Nope. Okay. Let's try to reload it again. Woo. These couple of Gatling gunners are being a real nuisance. I'll tell you what. We're gonna barely escape here. From their damage. And I'm gonna take a sneaky way out.
Give the gunners a moving target.
As you can see, I am still refusing to use any melee. We're gonna keep true to the beam. And I should be able to get the bots here and keep myself going here. Sometimes there's a healing item right there. Ooh. And there is. So I believe the wizard is spawned at right before the finale there, which is good, because if she spawned inside the finale area, I think it actually starts the finale and the enemies actually start spawning, which is kind of a pain. But like as I was saying, like I'm not a green circle hog. I mean, I do I do tend to get a lot of green circles in my games. I understand like my skill level. Like I said, I like to play a lot of legend difficulty, and I understand the skill level that I'm at far exceeds what legend you know, what I can get in legend. So can I get you to get this? And then I'll grab this. There we go. So, I very often end up getting grease circles if my teammates aren't quite sure of what they're doing 100%, or, you know, don't have like, you know, a bunch of red items like I do, or don't know where certain things on the maps are, or, you know, when enemies spawn, stuff like that. I've said this before, like a lot of my ability to play comes not necessarily from skill, but from the knowledge that I have of just replaying these maps as often as I have. I wouldn't be surprised if I have replayed certain maps at least like close to 1,000 times. I've just played that much, and you know I've explained this before. I don't do modded realm stuff, so I very much have the pace of regular adventure mode down to a science. I'm the Chaos Warrior. Yeah, see? They got like more health or something. Takes they don't die to that one Trollhammer shot like regular Chaos Warriors do. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't reach him, can I? Nope. Okay, well. Backtrack we go. Actually, I don't really have anything that can deal with the Chaos Warriors. I mean, I do have the axe here, but we're doing no melee, so I can't use the axe.
Fortune over here.
I hear another Chaos Warrior upstairs there. I do have another Trollhammer already. Yep. Okay. Oh, I got the shield. I better use it. There we go. like take for example like what I'm doing, right? Like this is ridiculous gameplay for someone to do for an engineer, right? With this much crank gun usage, right? If I saw somebody in a real game do this, I would be impressed. If you know, like I would be impressed. They are doing literally no melee. I would notice something like that, and I would assist them in ways that I think they need assistance in. And I would be impressed if they actually pulled it off, right? And I think the thing is with most people too. A lot of people don't know how to understand when their teammates already have certain enemies or a situation under control, and then they'll often double up on it with them. In cases like this, if I saw an engineer absolutely obliterating like long single lines of infantry, I wouldn't bother trying to engage you know, that infantry. I would just try to move on to the next enemy that I think they're not going to be obliterated, you know, the next enemy that I think that I can actually kill and, you know, get damage on. I mean, I've talked about like shifting your priorities, you know, relative to what your teammates are doing before. It's it can take time, and it takes experience, and it takes being able to know what your teammates are capable of. He's way out there. Ow! I thought Creeper was gonna have him. Oh, they got me. That's okay. He's gonna heal me. Finally get a heal. He sacrificed himself, you know, against that storm to get the heal off of me, but it's all good.
Watchful eye, Dory. Otherwise, a storm of puss and bull.
Where is he? I hear him. There he is. Head over here. And it can be hard to like understand when you should just kind of like just push a map. When you see your teammates just absolutely obliterating whatever it is that you think needs prioritizing, it can be hard to trust that they have it. It can be hard to trust your teammates if they're just randoms, right? Like you don't usually just trust strangers, right? It's not something that we learn to do in any situation, really. So that's kind of why I say like it takes time and it takes experience. Oh, what a throw!
I need a hand now.
I do sometimes. I do sometimes just like to watch my teammates kill things. Like if I was, like I said, if I saw somebody on engineer doing what I'm doing now, there's a good chance that I would probably just sit behind them. And I would just like stay crouched behind them and just watch them obliterate stuff. And I would do literally nothing but just like to stand behind them with like a shield or something with my block up or whatever. And if enemies came close, I'll cover them. But sometimes it's just a show, you know. Sometimes people just kind of put on a show for you, and I appreciate that. No. And the last couple times I've done this map, there's always been like a giant horde that spawns here at the end. It doesn't seem like that's going to be the case this time. We've kind of lingered in this map quite a bit already, so we kind of killed everybody here already. So cheers. You know what? Oh, well, let's seal the warrior priest real quick. There you go. That's another game of Engineer in the bag. Still got quite a few maps I gotta play with him on, but I can check against the grain off at the very least. Now, if you stuck through this whole video and watched the whole video, I appreciate you watching, as always. Leave a like if you liked the video. I'm not used to saying that. I almost don't like saying it, but there it is. 0 melee kills. Can I get a like for 0 melee kills? 0 melee kills equals 1 like, right? Right? In any case, again, it bears repeating, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next CataTide video. GG.